what could be better than having the token listed on one of the biggest exchanges? However, the timing proved to be extremely bizarre. In just a few days, Shiba Inu saw gains of more than 50% and continued to rise until the surprise delisting news surfaced. Many people didn't understand this news. Why did the exchange choose to harm and prevent further growth in the Shiba Inu ecosystem at this particular moment? Would this be regarded as an attempt at price manipulation? Let's go right to the details without wasting any more time, because there is a lot to digest. It was quite the journey. It was completely crazy how Shiba Inus increased by more than 50% in a matter of days. However, Shiba Inu has crashed by more than 8% today, and the charts are all red. This is a significant change, and those who have been following it must be disappointed. As the price continued to rise, people were gaining a lot of momentum. As more and more investors jumped in, believing this would be the next big boom, there was an infectious excitement in the air. However, it feels like all of that optimism has now hit a brick wall due to this abrupt crash. It's annoying because you can't help but feel hopeful when you see a coin like Shiba Inu increasing quickly. Individuals begin to consider the potential outcomes, potential financial gains, and potential advancements the project may make. Something spectacular seems to be the result of all the excitement and hard work. However, everything appears to be collapsing in an instant when there is a sudden plunge like this. It's comparable to spending time and energy creating a stunning sandcastle only to have it suddenly washed away by a wave. You start to question, of course, why this is occurring when everyone was so optimistic. Why the abrupt decline? The neighborhood has been dealt a severe blow. It casts doubt on the project's stability and shatters their faith in it. However, this isn't a haphazard price collapse. There is a rationale for it. What is actually happening then? Leash is a separate token in the Shiba Inu ecosystem at the start of this story. For those who are unfamiliar with Shiba Inu, the three primary tokens in its ecosystem are Leash, Bone, and Shiba Inu itself. All of these tokens are essential, and each one has a distinct function in the ecosystem. Things took an unexpected turn at this point. Breaking, the second largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, OKX, has declared that it would delist Leash. Leash is one of the most important tokens in the ecosystem, along with Shiba Inu and Bone. Therefore, this is huge news. Considering that OKX, a significant player in the cryptocurrency space, made the decision, it was a complete surprise. This is a massive setback for the Shiba Inu community. This news came just as Shiba Inu was beginning to pick up steam once more, with enthusiasm growing and more individuals becoming engaged. It couldn't have come at a worse time. It feels completely unanticipated, and the community's outrage is palpable. OKX's participation gave the Shiba Inu ecosystem a great deal of respectability. The project was able to reach a much larger market by listing tokens, like Leash, there. It would be like throwing a wrench into the project's wheels to lose that at such a crucial point. At first, it appears to be ineffective. With its increasing cost, Shiba Inu was driving up the whole ecology, including Bone and Leash. Delisting Leash at this time is illogical because the excitement around Shib usually spreads to the other tokens. One would imagine that a significant exchange like OKX would want to keep bolstering this momentum. Conversely, exchanges such as OKX do not make snap decisions. There must be justifications for their decision to delist Leash. For these sites, reputation is crucial, and each choice is carefully considered. Delisting a token is not an impulsive decision. Whether the change is the result of technological difficulties, cash issues, or some other behind-the-scenes factor, it was probably well considered. Therefore, even though it appears annoying and ill-timed, there is definitely more going on underneath the surface. The worst part is this. With an incredible 24.7% of the token's total transactions, OKX was the most liquid market for Leash, according to CoinMarketCap. That represents about 25% of Leash's total trading activity taking place on a single exchange. That liquidity is no longer there. This is important. There are significant ramifications when a token's biggest market chooses to delist it. It can feel like the end of the world. It's not a small setback. It becomes much more difficult to trade Leash without the liquidity that OKX offers. The inability of buyers and sellers to communicate will lower trading volume and perhaps lead to a sharp decline in the token's value. Pulling the rug out from under the project is what it is. Lack of access to significant exchanges causes a token to lose credibility and awareness, which might lead to its rapid demise. Only about $576,000 was available in monetary terms on OKX, which is a very low amount, particularly for the cryptocurrency industry and a platform the size of OKX. However, the harm has already been done. Leash's price plummeted on the news, taking Shiba Inu with it. It effectively crushed the momentum Shiba Inu had accumulated over the previous few days. The Shiba Inu team took charge in the midst of this mayhem. In an attempt to address the Leash crash, team member Lucy tweeted, "Did you know your back hurts because you don't have enough Leash?" It appeared that the purpose of this amusing and somewhat inspirational message was to remind the community of the value of Leashes in the ecosystem and to urge holders to maintain composure and refrain from panic selling. The price drop was not immediately stopped by the tweet, although it did lead to some stabilization later on. Lucy's work was essential. Even minor acts taken by important individuals can make a big difference during times of crisis. Her statement was probably intended to soothe the community and reaffirm Leash's long-term goals, demonstrating that the team remains optimistic about the project's potential in spite of the obstacles. Though Shiba Inu is impacted by Leash's issues, it's important to understand that the two tokens serve different functions within the ecosystem. Shiba Inus ought to get over this drama in due time. Shiba Inu may recover thanks to its robust community and widespread support. There is cause for hope as October approaches. October has historically been a good month for Shiba Inus, with notable price rises frequently occurring. Since its debut in 2020, Shiba Inu has ended each October on a good note, according to data. For example, it saw an amazing 833% rise in October 2021, hitting a record high. It ended 2022 and 2023 in the green, despite the fact that the profits were less significant in those years. In October, Shiba Inus grew at an average rate of 283%, with a median return of 10.4%. A portfolio of 100 million Shiba Inu tokens, which are currently worth about $1,800, may increase to nearly $7,000 if this trend continues. The group is optimistic, even though it's still unclear if Shiba Inus will experience a similar boom in October. Whether the token can resume its upward trajectory will be determined in the upcoming weeks. How do you feel about this? Leave a comment below with your opinions. Additionally, click on one of the videos displayed on the screen if you're interested in seeing more updates. Remember to like, comment, and share this video if you liked it. It will greatly aid the YouTube algorithm. Let's spread the word about this.